Welcome, guys, girls, children, animals, amphibians, reptiles of the universe. Tonight you're in Randy's den, and we are going to look at some batteries that are totally dead. All of these are reading 0.0. So, just like the reference of Animal House, 0.0. That's what we got here. So I'm going to try, I think I have a little bit of a theory here that has worked before. And is what I'm going to do is go through, pop them open, and I believe it's actually a little, there's like a temperature sensor, or it's even sometimes it's a resistor. It just bleeds them off if the temperature gets too high. And it's some type of protection for them, but just because they are at 0, that's what my guess is. It doesn't mean I'm right. Probably wrong, and they're all probably totally junk, and I'm going to slime all over me, but we'll give them a whirl. So, basically, is what I first did is I took, and you want to clean out each joint here, because all that, there was just nastiness down in here, and when you got that, it's hard enough to back these screws out. A lot of times they got the safety screws they got dimples in the center. You got to have a special head, Torx head, and everything else. So, and sometimes they'll even be froze in there. So, first thing, I take a nice little razor knife here, surgeon's knife, whatever you call it, and just go around the outside. And then I even go, that's what I did with each one of these, through the inside, and go both ways around. It goes tick, 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 and then go back the other way. And then I blow out each little hole to blow out all that crap. So that way, bringing out, first off, then I know that the bit is going to fit into the head as deep as possible to get as much torque as I can. And I'm not going to have a bunch of crap and grit fighting me as I'm backing up the screw. So I already did that. And I took my little air hose here, and I blew them all out and blew the tops off. So these, even though they look dirty, they were already hit. They were quite nasty. So, and you're gonna pop it open, which is always a fun thing to do. Sometimes what you're gonna have to do is grab onto the top two prongs and push down while you raise it up. Sometimes these battery cells swell. Yeah, I did say that. Cells swell and makes this sometimes almost impossible to get off. So you really got to fight with it, and then you got to be careful too. You don't want to rip these connections off. So that's about the fun of that. Let's see what we got here. I don't see any other wires running to it. This one looks plain Jane. Now there's still something telling me that I got to open this right up, because for it to be at 0.0, there's got to be something else going on. Because typically you'll get down to half a volt or even 100 millivolts, but to all be at 0, I think there definitely is an issue here. And I've even found people throw batteries out, and what happens is, before they realize it, it's their charger. The charger is the problem. It's not the actual batteries, and they don't figure that out. If the charger is, say, a weak charger, it's charging quite weakly. Like, weakly is in weak. It's not strong, it's weak. I think it'll take a weaker battery, and it just won't charge it up enough. And then they end up tossing it thinking it's a weak junk battery, and it's not. But, oh, this is an older style one here, opening this one. This is the odd one of, well, that one's odd too. It's Black & Decker, but these two are the same. Let me get these popped open. I won't waste your time watching that horror show. Yeah, well, got some great news. There's no resistor, temperature sensor, anything that I talked about. So I look like a dumb fool again, but I think everyone's used to that by now. But there is little tricks we can do with this. And I wanted to show you this fancy Black & Decker one. Mr. Black & Decker. This one I actually come out with pretty good. It was at 2 volts. I threw it right on the charger just because it was newer. I was wondering, I don't know, why would someone throw that out? Didn't make any sense. It's an 18 volt battery. It charged it up. It's a 19.6 volts when I just tested it. So I know that that one's good. But I still wanted to open it just to show you guys, and obviously the screws are out, it won't open. And I said, wow, what's going on here? As you can see, just the back of it kind of pops open, and it's still being held. Well, I know that first off, there's 4 screws, so, well, that don't seem right. There's definitely got to be more than that. Well, there's a hidden screw, right? So we got the hidden screw, and I'm guessing it still probably won't come because there's one more screw. And I'll show you how to find them screws. It's nothing real brain science or nothing. You don't have to even stress about it. You just take your razor knife. I actually did it on the bottom here, and that's where I found it's just a dimple. I was wondering if they had one. Sometimes they have, actually, on the lithium ion one I took apart a couple videos, whatever ago. Right in here there was a sticker. But anyways, just poke around. All of a sudden you'll hear it. Did you hear that? It'll feel different, you'll hear different, and just give it a slice open. Just run a circle around it once you find the edge. If I can find the edge, there it is. Yeah, make me look fucking retarded, right? The other one was fine. Whatever. This thing's pissing me off. Anyways, you see how that works? You see how this... Find it. You'll notice it right away. More feel than anything. And you pull that screw. I actually, a couple of videos, whatever ago, I had the same problem with a little square power supply like this, and I was fighting like craziness to get it open. And I knew there was a screw, but I couldn't find it. There was a sticker, and I took the knife and and come to find out, after I broke it open and broke the screw off, it actually had the screw in it, and the sticker plate, it was like a little thick piece of aluminum. Well, it wasn't real thick, but thick enough that you wouldn't realize it. And yeah, screws under that. So, yeah, nothing fancy again with this one either. It's just a shade warm, almost like it was under your blanket or something. That's just from charging it. Again, I didn't charge this on a Black & Decker power supply, nothing like that. I put it on my power supply, and that way I can kind of control what goes into it. I like to, basically, I just want to see if it'll even take a charge and how long it'll hold that charge. So that's basically all I was doing with that. Slap back together and save it. And with these, if these don't, we'll fire it on the power supply here, see if it'll take a charge. Whoops, wrong one. That one. We'll start with Mr. Crappy here. We'll call him Crappy because he's odd, crappy. I forget which one's positive and negative. I'm going to have to look that up so I don't charge it backwards. I don't want to do that. Now, these cells look good. I've had cells, you pull these out and they're just nasty. This thing's half corroded, green and white on the bottom. And, I mean, you know, pull it out and it's just a big dust cloud of radioactive zhuzh. So we'll see if the power supply does anything. Let me figure out if I can figure out positive and negative. Oh yeah, that's right. Got it right here. Got one right here. Oh, the front one is. So I don't want to charge that backwards. I'll mark them. It's always good to mark them out. That way you know. No one's half the battle, G.I. Joe. You gotta know that. And if you grab them quick, that way it just saves you from putting them on, charging them wrong. You don't want to definitely do that. That could be result in a really, really bad day. As usual, you gotta be careful messing around with things like this. Well, first off, they're NiCad, cadmium, nickel cadmium. That's what cadmium is. And cadmium is nasty. So, first, you don't want to throw these things out at all. You want to make sure you recycle them or get them to a place that does recycle them. Whatever you do, do not throw them in the garbage, because in the garbage, they end up in a landfill. In a landfill, that cadmium seeps out, And cadmium is very, very nasty. So we'll see if we get any charge here. And it's taking nothing. Nothing. See, it's acting like I got a broken, like I got something broken or something. Got the connection there. Got the connection there. If you bang on the sides there a lot of times, these stick in too. Sometimes the batteries will swell a little bit, or the cardboard. Obviously that's not cardboard, but the cardboard will probably have gotten wet sometimes through time and swells, and they'll get in there pretty tough. You really got to poke away at them. I need to make sure I got my connections right all the way through, so get my tester. Beep mode. Beep mode. Beep beep. So here. And this one. Yeah, so that ain't making any sense. See if there's any connection between them, which would just show the battery resistance. Nothing. See if there's any battery resistance. Nope. And we'll check the good one for battery resistance. This would be none, open. So that don't tell you anything anyway. So, yeah. On the ball tonight, I tell you what, as usual. Oh, let's try these. Pump some juice into these. I'm guessing, oh, this one's taking right off, which is good. I'm going to cut the current down. If you can see it. See that guy? So it's taking some charge. So I'll pull it off, put it over here. I'm going to want to monitor it. These are 18 volts, so I don't need to get crazy with the amperage. Everyone has their theory on what the charge thing's at. I have my own, and it works for me, and it has worked, so they can say whatever they want. I've had quite good luck doing what I've done. In fact, I have a Dewalt drill and I have 3 batteries now. This one's actually a 12 volt. What's in some good stroke of luck, it actually fits right up into the 18 volt drill that I got. It's a beautiful drill, and just the only thing is these are offset, but it like fits in like perfect. I just got a little rubber band that fits around it so it doesn't drop out and I ruin it. So I've had very good luck with these batteries. I don't know if it's people throwing them out because their charger's junk or what the deal is, but let's see if you can see that one climbing. So it is 10.4, 10.5. It should keep climbing. Make sure, yeah. That's why it ain't climbing. Had the voltage maxed out. Yeah, the voltage should keep climbing here. Not when I'm doing that either. Yep, so you know it's charging well. And we'll take it off. I'm going to spike these together. Come on. Yep, current limited. So I'll put it back on this one. This one's taking off too. Now you see it charging. So we'll let it keep charging, go all the way up to, for 18, I was thinking 14 for some reason. For 18 volt, figuring you're going to want to head up to at least 19 to get it topped off. And then I'll write the date as I did here. Wrote the date and when I charged it, and that way I know I can monitor it down through time. So this one should be good. I just charged it the other day, and it lasts about a month, and then it needs another charge up, but that's fair enough for me. It's the little drill that sits right down here, so it's a good spot for it. So these two can keep charging. This one's got issues. I'll have to, maybe I'll cut it open. We'll see what's going on with this one. Why it seems like there's not a connection at all between one of the battery links, if I was to guess. We'll get this cut right apart. I don't really care about the plastic. I want to rip it right off. It's the only way to get into it. And if it ends up being a good set of cells, all I'm going to do is clip the, put it all back together like this and take some, the hard Scotch tape, not the crap that your teachers used to use in school, the good stuff, the wide stuff, and wrap it around it a couple times. That works about the same. There's no need to use Captain tape or anything like that, but if you feel comfortable like doing that, then go ahead. I don't, because this stuff's really expensive, and it's, if I know I'm building it, I know it's what it's going to be, and it's not going to be moving around very much on the inside. See, I'm wondering if I got something underneath here that's giving me issues. That's the way it's acting, at least. Try to get it off as clean as possible so I don't end up cutting in and ripping one of the tabs off, and oh yeah, that was the problem. And no, it wasn't. It was I jammed a knife through the thing. That's why it looks like that's the problem. And again, these cells are in very nice condition. Wherever these have been, they have not been outside. They have not been wet. They have been very well taken care of, because these are actually some of the best batteries. I almost sometimes don't even like doing this because it's just a nasty mess, like I said. But these are in good shape. Very good shape, actually. So we'll see here. I got nothing going wrong on the bottom. Air compressor just kicked on. Oh, come on, you damn thing. This thing starts playing games with me, I'll freaking lose it. Not in the mood. My head's been freaking bothering the crap out of me, and I got a stupid getting over a cold or whatever. Wham! My life is hard. One of them deals. You know how it goes. Come on. Try to do this without stabbing the crap out of myself. I hate stabbing myself. Especially on a Sunday, you gotta live with it all week. There it goes. Really, if you just kind of work, I'm not just cutting right through it, is what I'm doing is kind of peeling a little bit and moving down through it. Does work better. That's why I just flipped it, so I do have the cutting edge on that way. Better have that in a shot for you. I just want to keep. You'll feel once you get under one of the tabs, it just tightens right up. And this one might need to take actually part of the battery right apart, which I'm probably not going to do. I'll probably just cut around it to get this off. Just because the way that center is set up, yeah, it goes right through it. Then when they put it on, so I'll end up cutting. Probably cut right down through here. Cut it so that when I put it back, if I ever had to use it again and put it back together, it would fit. You know, cut it, kind of like cut it right down through if you have to. Cut it down through and even the edge off of it. So that way if you put it back together, it lays right back together, and a little piece of tape and you're golden, you know. See how that's falling all apart? I just take some Scotch tape. I'm back under. It's hard right in there, right where that. This one actually is going quite well. Usually sometimes the sticker like comes half apart and half of it stays on, the other half doesn't. Be a real fusser. There we go. There it is. I'm just going to take and cut to the side so I can open this and slide it through. Just like that. Look at it, it's happy. Are you happy? I'm happy. He's happy. Now, I do not see anything really going on as far as issues to why that is not working. I could make a big production of testing every one of them, this and that. I really don't care all that much about it. It was an older style cell anyway. I don't ever remember seeing one with the center hole in the center like that one had. It was odd. So I don't really see anything wrong with it. There's more than likely just a cell in the somewhere in it that's just totally shot. And you can change them out, that works. But even if not, the whole reason for doing this is because either way I win, because I want the housing. I'll fight with that later. But anyways, I want the housing because is what I'm going to do is I got a bunch of these. Whoa! I don't want them sticking together. Don't want them touching at all. That one, they're in love with each other. They just keep touching each other. I want to take a bunch of these and pack them together, and for my battery management, for my over and under voltage protection, and each cell protection, I got this guy. Check this bugger out. Bring you down so you can see it good. Straighten up. Yeah, check this bad boy out. And you can do the button and program it to whatever you want. It's showing 3.78. That's that battery, and that's all. Saying it's the full. That's the voltage for all of them down through. That's what it's telling you. But yeah, as you can see, that's the first two pins are plus and minus, or minus and plus, looking at it that way. And then it goes down through, and you run a tag line from each battery to it. That way you're monitoring each cell separately as you click the button down through. So these things are neat. They're very cool. I think I got like 5 of them for just under $4 if I'm right. I got some more different options like that coming because I do have some lithium ion cells that I want to make up to make. So basically I'm just going to take the, yeah, these are junk. This is junk. I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to get these out and then recycle it because I don't care about it anymore. I will save that little piece there because that actually would be nice to have. Maybe that top piece, because I can use that with the lithium ion cells. And I'm going to cut this one off, or cut it off the hard way like this. Just peel it off. Then I got a big tin can. Actually, it's not even tin. It's some heavy metal can that I keep all them in case one leaches and makes a mess. Then it's all contained in one little spot. So, and I'll just take my lithium ion cells and put 4, if I had it figured out right, 4 of them is all you need to get your 18 volts. And if you want to double the power, you run 4 more in parallel to them 4. And then you have 18 volts, and you got a ton of power in one little battery here as lithium ion cells. So that's about how you do it. And you just have to run, you'd have to use the, this, I'll have to interface this into it somehow because that's the tags for the drill. So yeah, that's about it. As you can see here, come on, straighten out. This damn thing pisses me off. The battery is still taking some voltage, so that's in good shape. Good shape there. So let me get this. Again, I appreciate you very much. You guys stopping by and checking out Randy's Den. Any questions, comments, answers, nothing at all. Just leave them, whatever, comment. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great week. Thanks again. From Randy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, back, and here's the final test. I already took apart that other battery, and that's going to go for recycling. Yeah, it always helps to turn this on. You get a lot better readings that way. And I used the power supply, and I shoved, we'll see, I literally shoved energy into this one. This one I just treated lightly. It topped out around 12.6 volts at 1 amp. Actually at 75. What is this thing playing games or what? 10.9. And now again, I didn't get real forceful. I just left it, and I didn't leave it very long. I probably left it there for 10 minutes at 75 milliamps, or no, 750 milliamps. Sorry about that. Yeah, 10.9. I'll have to try it on the drill, see how that one is. Now, this one might read high, should read higher. Now, the key is this one going to climb down real fast, or is it going to stabilize up there? Because I was putting up to 7 amps into it to push it up the scale. And that is the first thing I'm going to tell you. At your own risk, I do not recommend that, but I had my hands on all over the thing, making sure it wasn't getting hot. I had it out of the case. 16.6. I want to hold it here and see if it starts dropping. Yep. 16.59, 5.8. See if it goes even further. Trying to hold it steady. 5.7. So it is dropping quite quickly for that. We'll have to see how it holds up over time. And if I use it, see if it has any... If it's weak, it's just going to drain right down and just be weak right the whole way through. If it's fairly strong, maybe charging it a couple times, get a little aggressive with it, maybe I'll be able to bring it back up. But that's your video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I didn't bore you to death. And if you like, give it a thumbs up or something like that. But very much appreciate your time. Have a great day, great week, great month, great year. Randy's done here, and I am out. Thanks again.